That's a vibe. On a vibe. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Hey guys, it's Angel.
Hey, it's Beatrice.
And welcome back. Welcome to season 2 of the
A&B Entertainment
Podcast.
Woo-woo! So we at season 2, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Sponsored by Krispy Kreme. All right. So today we're gonna talk about what makes a good parent. I don't think I'm ready for this conversation, but we're gonna do it anyway.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. All right, so what makes a good parent? We're gonna start off with ages 0 to 5 first. What makes a good parent for those ages?
You know what I'm saying? Make sure, like, parents, like, make sure, like, they have, like, a set routine, you know what I'm saying? So make sure, like, they're napping on time, they're being fed at a certain time. They, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just, like, have, like, it very organized. So, like, they, like, are used to it and they get used to it and, like, you know what I'm saying? So it happens easier for them for whatever you have planned, you know? And then, like, when they, like, 3, 4, 5, by that time they're gonna be in like, okay, by that time they're gonna be in like pre-K and kindergarten and stuff. So you know what I'm saying, just like, you know, get them ready for that, make sure they okay, get them excited, you know what I'm saying, talk to them about how their day was when they come back home and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, just be there, be involved.
Be involved is a good one, correct. Yeah, you could get your donut while I talk. So from 0 to 5, I would say that's the changing diapers, waking up, no sleep, feeding every 3 hours, breastfeeding, then making sure they know their ABCs, their 1, 2, 3s, what's their name, what's their mommy name. Don't talk to strangers. Don't let nobody touch your private parts. Those are the ages where you molding them to know yes and no, yes and no. Don't touch the stove, it's hot. You know, this is the ages when you're teaching them yes and no, 0 to 5. Now, let's go from 5 to 10. From 5 to 10, they're still in elementary. Now they start in school. I always cried every time they left to kindergarten. I cried for it. All 3 kids, I cried. But in those ages, those are the prime ages. Those are the innocent ages where you molding their personality. Are they gonna be nice? Are they gonna be mean? Are they gonna be good listeners? Are they gonna be respectful, caring? Sharing is a big one. Do they want to share their stuff? Because a lot of, for me, I'm my only child, and we hate sharing. You have to teach us that. You have to mold that, because sharing, even people that have more than one sibling hate sharing. So those are big things for children. And just a lot of quality time for sure in the park. A lot of talks. For me, it was a lot of talks. If I'm popping you, I'm telling you why I popped you. I'm talking to you. If you're in trouble at school, I'm explaining why you're in trouble, what you did wrong, why you're getting popped. Because you're definitely getting popped over here. All right, your turn. 5 to 10.
Like I said, man, be involved, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, now you in the schools where they gonna be having like after school activities, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna be having like parent conferences. They're gonna be having game nights, all this talent shows, all of that.
Yeah, muffins with mom.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, dad.
Coffees with dad. I don't know, like all kind of stuff. So like, just, you know what I'm saying? Like, ask them if they got anything going on, and if they tell you, be there. You know what I'm saying? If they want to do it, let them do it. You know what I'm saying? And if you got to sign some for permission, sign it. Because, you know what I'm saying, you want them to have the experience, you want them to have a good time, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, you know, school could be a bit boring. So when we have the opportunity to do other stuff outside of that, you know what I'm saying, it's fun. So, yeah.
They have the mother-daughter dance.
Yeah.
Mother-son dance, father-daughter, all that stuff.
Yeah, all of that jazz.
Yeah.
So, you know, just be prepared. Be prepared for that because it's definitely going to happen for sure.
Yeah. I also remember they had Halloween stuff, Halloween nights, where y'all would come in your costume and go to the school and do the activities at school. They had math nights where you had different math games.
Oh God,
there's math. All that.
There's math competitions too, like where your child like goes outside of school, like a little field trip during school to like do a math competition and stuff. That they got stuff like that too.
So. You was in Beta.
Beta Club, yeah.
You was in what's that other one? You was in the tutu, that was Beta.
That was something gems. It was
gems, like, blowing gems.
It was like for girls only. So, yeah.
Yep. And I had Jamel in karate. I had Jamel in baseball. I had Jamel in those ages. I had him also playing basketball. Ramel too. Ramel did karate. Ramel did mad basketball. He loved basketball. But Ramel was obsessed with wrestling. So I used to take him to like the WWE stuff.
At that age?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was obsessed with wrestling. So yeah, just knowing your child, knowing what they like. Because they're going to change their mind as they grow up, what they want to be.
Yeah, they definitely change their mind a lot. Like, you know, one day their favorite color could be red, the next day it's purple. Like, you know, it happens for sure. Like, the one day they like want to play basketball, and the next day they're like, Mom, I want to do soccer.
Yeah.
You know, so, yeah.
Yeah. And then for me, it was, Mom, I love karate, and trying the moves in school. Then we got to cut karate. We can't do that.
And also, like, okay.
Oh, I'm out there boxing. That's what it was. Boxing.
Yeah, but there's times where, you know, like, some kids are bad, you know, and if that ever happens, you know what I'm saying? You know, just, like...
Embrace it.
Yeah.
They can be good kids.
You know, like, talk to them. Be like, why you acting like this? You know what I'm saying? If they don't know themselves,
For me, it was, all right, so Jamel's triggers were, like, substitutes. Like, he was all right with a regular teacher. He wasn't the best, but he was all right. But as soon as he got a substitute, he would turn up. Like, he hated subs. And he would be so bad to the substitutes.
Poor subs.
So, shout out to y'all substitute teachers. Because
y'all go through it.
Kids, like, no, they could try the substitutes for some reason. So...
Yeah, I have no like meaning to us. I don't know.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
They teachers.
Yeah, but like you're not like the teachers. Like I don't know.
They report back to the teacher. That's the crazy part. It's
and it's crazy because like the day after when our teachers come back, she be giving us this whole lecture just for us to do it again. It's like, girl, you wasting your time.
Mm-hmm. Also, a big part of those ages, 5 to 10, we teach you how to clean your room, how to fix your bed.
Yeah, clean up after yourself. Yeah.
Making sure, those are the ages they have accidents because they potty train, but they have accidents at night because they sleep and they don't want to get up and use the bathroom. You know, those kind of things happen in those ages. All right, let's go from 10 to 20. Well, we'll do 10 to 18. 10 to 18. I have a 24, so I could go all the way up.
Yeah, but like,
let's do 10
to 18. But he's grown. Like he does a lot of stuff without you now. Now there's still times he call you, be like, Mom, but he still does a lot without you. So don't do that.
We'll do 10 to 18.
10 to 18. I mean. True.
What are the most important things of parenting at that age? Talking, communication, talking. So you blue in the face.
So you blue in the face, bro. Because, like, a lot going on in them ages. I ain't gonna lie. Like, that's when, like, they growing up, they, like, really about to find out, like, what it is to, like, not have real friends, you know, boyfriends, girlfriends, people coming over their house.
Periods.
Linking up, going out. It's like, woo.
Yes, going out without you for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
trusting them. Could they spend a night somewhere?
Yep.
Parties.
Parties.
All kind of stuff. Oh my God.
Yeah,
this is the hardest age.
Yeah, that's when it gets serious.
They start growing their body parts. They
Right.
start growing tall as a
giant.
adult.
Man. Yeah. They want their hair done.
Nails done. Feet done. Haircuts.
Woo, man.
Gaming systems. Now it's no more. Let's buy a G.I. Joe and Barbie doll. Now it's I want the PS5 and the PS4 and the remote controls and the phones.
New phone,
I want a new phone.
Yeah, new phone.
Controlling social media. Making sure they're not up all night on the phone.
Yeah, guys, like, I want to put that out there. Like, don't be quick to make your child go on social media. Like, don't be quick to, like, let them, you know what I'm saying, download Instagram and TikTok, you know what I'm saying? Because that's some toxic apps, and they not ready for that. Like, when they, like, 10...
They think they are, though.
10 to 13, I don't support it. But after that, maybe if you mature enough, maybe we could talk about it. Maybe we can, like, make some, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, make some shape. 14
to 18, they think they know everything. They think they know more than a parent. I'm not even lying. Those are the ages. 14 to 18. They think they know more than the parent.
Well, okay.
And it upsets me.
Can I elaborate?
Wait. No, I'm not just talking about you.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Kids in general. Y'all think y'all know it all. And y'all don't. And the problem is that we try to teach y'all so y'all don't bump y'all head and fall down so much. Because, yes, you have to learn through experience, but you should also learn through wisdom. We bumped our head like that, so we telling you so you don't do that.
Okay, but like times are changing. It's not the same when y'all was in school and stuff. So the stuff ain't the same. So when you say like, oh, I already been through that, you haven't, because you haven't lived through the time of day we in right now. You haven't been in school the time of day we in right now. So there's stuff we know that you haven't been through. So when it comes to stuff like that, don't just sit here and
it's
try
not
to.
gonna be as
Hey! I'm not done talking. I let you talk. What's it called? Yeah. See, you made me mess up. Just cutting me off. But what I was saying is, like, you can't just, like, shut down what we saying just because, like, you think you already know, but you don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, just let us get it out. And if you, like, oh, I've been through something similar to that, then say that. Don't say, like, oh, you know what I'm saying, already did that. You don't have to. No, don't do that.
Well, she's going literal, so literal would not be I went to that exact school, but
I'm not being literal. I'm being like, y'all haven't been in school at this time. Like, y'all haven't been in school in this generation, in this day.
But it's still the same problems. It's the same kind of problems with friendships, with relationships, with learning your body, knowing yourself. All of that is the same thing.
It's not the same problems.
Well, most of it is. I wouldn't say every situation will be the same, but most of it is. We've been there, we did that, we need to teach you so you don't do what we messed up.
But even if you try to teach us, though, that doesn't mean your way of handling the situation is good.
Well, let me tell you.
I'm just saying, like, not you personally. I'm talking about, like, parents in general. Like, just because you told them, like, the way you handled that situation when you went through it don't mean it's going to work when we do it. So, that's what I'm saying.
That's a good point. But I say stuff like, if a parent got pregnant at 14, we're trying to teach you not to get pregnant at 14. There's no literal, you're going to be pregnant at 14 too. I mean, it does happen. The generational curses does happen. But, I mean, if we trying to teach you, even as a man, you know, for me, I was teaching my sons, like, girls like money and things and gifts. Don't get a gold digger. Know what it is to spot a gold digger. Those kind of things are teachable for generations and generations. It's not like, oh, your time is different. No, my time, we like money and gifts too. You get what I'm saying? So it's a lot of situations where it's the same. Driving. They want to start driving. You know, those kind of things we have to teach you. Those are things for generation, and generation is not going to change. It's not.
Well, we got flying cars now, so by the time I have a child, they might just have to learn how to fly.
That's true.
So I don't know, but you know what I'm saying, yeah.
Well, regular driving has been around for generations.
Yeah.
And they changed from stick to automatic, because back in the day it used to be stick driving. and stick driving was like 2 feet driving. Now it's 1 foot automatic. So it's, I mean, times change, but it's still kind of the same basis, is what I'm trying to say. My kids don't feel like me disciplining them was great parenting, but there were back in the day. So let me tell you this, what I know. When my grandma got hit, she got hit with wicks. It was like stuff from the tree. It was like they had to go to the tree, pull a wick, and they would get hit with wicks. I don't even know what's a wick. I'm not even gonna lie to you, because I don't know what that is. In my imagination, it's a stick. You get a stick, you get beat with a stick. My mom's generation, my grandma used to make her, my aunt, and my uncle kneel on rice. Kneel on rice for hours. And I don't know if y'all know, dry rice is very hard and it hurts. So I mean, the disciplining has changed throughout the years, okay? They couldn't call DES on grandma because they were too afraid, you know. Then my generation, my mom beat me with hangers. She would hit me with hangers and spoons and whatever. They would throw the shoes at me, all kind of stuff. So the disciplining became less and less drastic, but it's still kind of drastic. Then with me disciplining, I used a lot of belts and shoes, and if they got too big, I would get the cord. Once they got big and they felt like the belt didn't hurt no more. Now we gotta use some cords that hurts. But I mean, I feel like every generation spanks, especially in the color people. So I just feel like it's getting less and less. My children felt like they couldn't call DES on me if they felt too afraid. And I was like scared, like call them, make it to the phone. But you know, I mean, it's definitely a thing where, you know, kids know now that they can't be getting whooping like that, or they could call somebody. What you think? What's your thing about whoopings?
I don't support it. I'm not doing it.
So your generation, you're not gonna do it to your kids?
Okay, you saying generation, like it's not a generational thing, it's a personal thing. I'm not doing it.
It's a generational thing.
It's not.
Color people hit kids.
I'm saying, you saying a generational thing, like I'm not gonna hit them. Like that's not a whole generation. My generation probably still
be kids.
Yeah, I'm saying me personally, no.
You're not. So what was you gonna do if your kid do something bad? So I'm gonna give you a scenario. I'm gonna give you a scenario.
Ma, I don't know. I don't know. I had this conversation.
I'm gonna just give you a scenario.
No, we had this conversation before. I don't know.
All right, I'm gonna just give you one quick scenario.
No, because I don't know.
Your kid is 6 years old. They're in first grade, and they call the teacher a bitch. What you gonna do? They call mom. Mom, come get your child. Your child done called me the B word. What are you gonna do?
Bro.
No, come on. Play it out right now. What you gonna do?
Oh my God. See, you know.
Don't change
you know
the scenario.
You know how I'm gonna answer this question?
Go ahead.
My child ain't gonna be raised like that. Like they gonna already know it's not gonna go.
But
that
they
way.
heard
So
that
no,
word in school. It's
no.
a new word. They didn't know it was bad.
Exactly. Okay.
Maybe they didn't know it was bad. They heard it at school.
Okay.
They heard it in a video or something. They wanted to use it.
Okay.
What you gonna do? It's still wrong. It's still disrespectful.
So, yeah.
What are you gonna do? Exactly. When they say they don't want to whoop their kids, I want to see them in situations because
but like,
they will whoop them.
I'm not gonna whoop them for that though, because they didn't know.
How you know they know?
Bro, you just said they didn't. I'm saying it as the scenario. You said they didn't know. So if they didn't know, you know what I'm saying, then we just don't talk about it. I'm gonna make sure you don't say it again.
But what if they did know it's a bad word, but it's still a new word for them? They want to try it.
I might pop them in their mouth.
Hmm?
I might pop
You
him.
might what?
That's not
Oh,
spanking.
that's not
spanking.
it.
That's not spanking.
Any kind of whooping
No.
is a whooping.
That's not a whooping. That's like a flick in the mouth. That's not whooping.
A flick in the mouth is not a pop in the mouth.
I said it's not whooping. I didn't say that.
It's the
Don't put
same.
words in my
It's
mouth.
the same thing.
It's not.
If you gotta hit your child in any way, that's a whooping.
No, I don't agree. I don't agree.
All right. Well, now my child is 24, my other 17, my baby's 14, and I go through different things. You know, my 24-year-old needs a tire. My 24-year-old needs to know where to go for certain things. You know, he needs help with extra money to fly somewhere or something with his girlfriend, or you know, it's just different things. My 17-year-old, he getting girls to pick him up, and he's driving, and he's going through manly things. And then my 14-year-old, she's starting to.
I'm innocent. I do nothing.
No, God bless you. You're not innocent, but you're a good kid.
I do nothing.
And she just starting. She's starting to know what life is about. And
I've been knew what life was about. I just haven't been through nothing crazy that life is about.
Thank God. God bless her. Thank you, Jesus. But just keeping her in a good path, because the devil's always working. So the point is, make sure your kids know God. Make sure your kids.
Well, if you're religious, make sure they know. You know, if you're not religious, then you know, it's okay. It's okay. It's not your religion. You're good.
Yeah, make sure they know God, love God. Make sure they know what it is to lack, because kids lack, because when kids have everything, they don't never need for nothing.
Oh.
They don't appreciate.
Yeah, make sure they like humble. You
Yeah,
know
like they have to be appreciative of the
God.
stuff they get, because some kids have it worse than others.
Don't ever like let your child get to that point where you get them something, they be like, I knew he was gonna give me this. Like I just know, like I don't even gotta say thank you. I already know. Like no,
right? They don't
crazy.
even say thank you. That's a big one. Always saying thank you. Always saying.
Yeah, make sure they got manners for sure.
Yeah, like those are some vital things.
There be some stuck up people, and they was like, I was raised, so I don't know what to do.
And I call it entitled. They feel entitled. I had that problem with my oldest. I always gave him everything. His father always bought him everything. I always fed him, took care of him, everything. And he felt very entitled when I didn't do it. He was like, I'm supposed to do it. And I'm like, what? I'm not supposed to do nothing. I choose to do it. It's a choice. There are parents that choose not to parent.
Well, at that point, they don't need to be a parent though. Like that's my whole thing. Like you can't sit here and like start to become a parent and not do parently things. Like don't piss me off. If you didn't want the child, you shouldn't have had it.
But it's still a choice. You can't. Some parents don't ever know how to cook. They never cooked before. Some parents.
Different.
Some
I'm saying
parents,
when you purposely choose not to do something. When you know how to do it, you purposely choose not to do it. You know you're a parent. That's the problem.
Yeah.
You should be a parent.
There's a lot of people that shouldn't be a parent. That's the thing.
Exactly.
There's thousands of people in this world that should not be
so
a
if you're one of
parent.
them parents that shouldn't be a parent, you better work it out.
That's why we got criminals in this world, because they wasn't parented. You know, they got these kids running outside, 5, 6 years old, all day outside. That's why sex trafficking, all this stuff exists. You're not monitoring your child. You got to monitor being your child life, active, alert, be alert, teaching them to be alert. You know, we is alert. You feel me? Like, and that's not saying that things don't happen, because we've been robbed before. But I mean, you have to be active, because there's some bad and crazy people in this world. All right, so this is a
MB
conversation,
and it's time for you
to see your way
out. Peace.